Hey, Section 9, Monroe's response, the Monroe Doctrine. So some background on what was going on. Monroe needed a response to ensure that European countries would stay out of the affairs of the Western Hemisphere. He visited with former presidents for feedback. Jefferson and Madison supported a joint statement with Great Britain. Monroe's Secretary of State, John Quincy Adams, really disagreed on the partnership with Great Britain. He really felt that it'd be more candid and dignified for the United States to essentially go this alone and not have that kind of partnership with Great Britain. All parties agreed to work to stay removed from European affairs, but also to make sure Europe didn't meddle in the affairs of North and South America. It's important to understand, too, that at this time, the United States really didn't have the military resources to support a document like this. So for a lot of people, it came off as an empty policy. But the policy was announced in 1823 at the President's annual message to Congress. It took roughly 30 years, but the policy became known as the Monroe Doctrine. And as the picture shows, keeping that division, keeping Europe out of Latin, Central South America. Message of the doctrine. The nations of North and South America were not to be considered for future colonization. They were to be considered free and independent states, and the United States would view any attempt by other nations to colonize as dangerous to their peace and safety. And as I stated before, the U.S. didn't really have the military resources to hold true to this. There were a couple times with Britain in South America getting involved in some different things, and the United States just kind of had to let it go. Reaction. So the European reaction to the doctrine, they really felt that the United States was being arrogant. They felt that the United States couldn't tell other countries what to do. The United States reaction, the U.S. was excited, and they were in full support of Monroe's policy, and they were proud to see the United States stand up for their freedom. Latin and South American nations really took a wait-and-see approach on this. They didn't like the big brother aspect of what the United States was trying to do, but they knew that it would offer some protection to them as they went through the early stages of nation building after their breakaway from Spain and Portugal. Looking ahead then, so the Monroe Doctrine is going to partner with isolationism as a basic principle or foundation of U.S. foreign policy, and the United States would not accept European interference in the affairs of the Americas.